Okay, and we're back. And today we're going to take a look at Kerbal Space Program because I was really trying to think of something to do that would be somewhat related to my plans for after the stream today, which is watching the Artemis rocket launch. And I was like, you know what? I have a good rocket game. I got Kerbal, and I haven't played this in a very long time. So we're going to go ahead and start this up. This is freshly installed. That's why I was a little bit later starting than normal, because I had to download Kerbal, because I apparently haven't played this on this computer, I don't think at all. And what are all these new things? The last time I played this with any kind of like serious amount of time was the like early like beta versions of this like 9 years ago. I don't even know if I've played like since they added all the new features. If we start a new one, yeah, I vaguely remember them adding this, because I think the original game was like almost entirely sandbox. Then they added science, which added like a tech tree. This is previously the classic career. Got it. What's career then? You have to manage all aspects of your space program. Funds, reputation, and science are all active, and contracts are available at mission control. Science is gather scientific data and research. Funds and reputation are disabled, and contracts are not available. Ah, okay. So I think I remember this getting added, and like the contracts thing is you'll get like missions that you have to complete, and then you get money for them. Some of the missions are a little weird, because sometimes it'll be like test out our parachute, but it wants you to test it out at a speed that the parachute is absolutely going to break at. But like you still have to land, so you have to have like the parachute you're testing, which is just going to get destroyed, and then a second parachute to safely land your ship. We'll do science for now, because I don't really know the game well enough. Let's do career. We'll do career. We'll just do the channel name for that. We'll assume normal difficulty will be fine. I don't know if this is going to be a problem or not. I haven't played this, like, effectively ever. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we've got our space project here, space facility here. Gene Kerman, Flight Director, your guide for this quick introduction to Space Center. From here you can manage all aspects. Feel free to have a look around. Hold the right mouse button. You got it. Arrow keys, very slowly. Right-click over the Space Center facilities to view more. Left-click when you're ready to head inside. Alright, got it. Administration building. This is where you can set strategies. Okay, what does this do? Huh. I'm assuming these I can't... Not enough funds. Got it. A bailout grant, we could gain an oddly specific amount of funds. As it has a one-time effect, does not remain active, can be accepted as many times as desired. Minus reputation plus grant money. Got it. Is this our reputation up here? Oh my god, I'm already in over my head. I don't know where I am. Research rights sellout. This does nothing. Can I commit 100% to this? Ah, I see. At this level we can only commit 25%. What does this do? If I commit, oh, so I can like go all in and get an even bigger loan. Still was a very odd amount. I've never seen anything measured to the 100th of a cent in a loan before. That's a very odd choice. Anyways, leave facility? Yes, we don't need that. Astronaut complex, research and development, space plane hangar, mission control. Okay, so this is where we pick our missions. What have we got here? Gather scientific data from Kerbin. Is that just... Okay, objectives. Recover or transmit any data from Kerbin to achieve this goal. It gets you some money. I'm assuming this is money, right? I don't know what this strange symbol is, but we'll assume that's money. 1 science, and I'm guessing that's reputation. Rewards, we get we get an advance payment up front. Got it. Okay, so launch our first vessel. This also gives me an advance payment. Let's just do this. Does the vessel actually have to take off? Launch the first vessel off of the launch pad or runway. Sure. Enter the atmosphere. Reach the atmosphere by flying a vessel to 70,000 meters to achieve this goal. Yeah, I think I could... Oh, can I not pick up more than 2? Oh, okay, I can only pick up 2 contracts at a time. Okay. And then, is this the R&D facility? It is. So right now, we've got our basic stuff. What does this get me? Oh, I don't have any science yet, so we're not unlocking anything. Okay. So our mission objectives right now are to launch a spaceship and gather some scientific data. This should be relatively easy to do. You're Werner von Kerman, Chief Rocketry Engineer. This is the vehicle assembly building where we build spacecraft and later roll them onto the launch pad. On your left, to find components to construct your own spacecraft. Select a starting part and attach others. Right mouse button arrow keys. Huh. We'll see if I remember how to do this. I think we're going to want a command pod, right? Like that's got to be a good idea. The only engine we have is... Oh dear, I don't have any fuel tanks. The only engine I have is a solid rocket booster. Huh. So solid rocket fuel, for solid rocket boosters, are kind of like a candle. You light it and it just goes. There isn't like any throttle or cutoff. So this is going to launch me as high as it can in one go. I feel like we're gonna want parachutes. Where do parachutes live? Payload, aerodynamics, maybe some fins. Actually, you know what? Screw it. We don't care about fins. We're not trying to steer this thing. Science. A mystery goo containment unit. Was once something one of our researchers came upon while dumpster diving, while researching alternative applications for existing technology. The sealed container, which appears to be filled with strange-looking substance, couldn't reach in or break the container open, but watching how the goo behaves when subjected to various situations could be very educational. Yeah, we'll put a goo on our ship. Right? That's probably a good thing. Wait, cargo? What the hell is cargo? How does this work? Oh, can I just like stick this in here somehow? An EVA jetpack and a personal parachute. Interesting. Wait, what's happening? Can I just... Oh wait, is there not cargo space enough for this? Do I have to remove some cargo? Oh, there is. Okay, so yeah, get rid of that. There's only one inventory space. I see. Okay, how do I remove this? Be gone with you. I don't know how to get rid of this. Can I right click it? If I hit escape, does it? No? Does this just live here now? Okay, I guess that just lives here now. We'll just leave that there. I'm sure that's fine. And then utility, yes, a parachute. Okay, so we've got ourselves like... I mean, this is technically a rocket. Not a like great rocket, but it is technically a rocket. And we do have a pilot. We've got Jebediah Kerman. This should actually let us do everything we need to. So yeah, okay, I don't think I need to export the craft to Steam. I guess you can, that's new. I don't think you could do that before. What do we have for logos? Do they have any new logos? Oh, they have the actual NASA logo. That's cool. How about... Let me put some nice stripes on it. Where do those go? Oh, it's on the back. Okay, nice. Then I think... Let's just save this, right? How do I, like... Untitled spacecraft. Science pod Mark 1. Fantastic. We save it. Right? Hopefully that's fine. Let's launch. I see no way this could go wrong. Okay. So we've got our ship. How do I... Let's get as much science as we can here, right? So... Give me a crew report. Keep the experiment. Review report. Can I, like, transmit this? No comms device. Okay, can I store it? Is there a way to, like, store this data? No. Okay. Also, how do I get rid of this window now that I have it open? Be gone. This is odd. What if I right-click this? No? Ah, right-click anywhere else. Got it. Okay. Can I have him, like, hop out? What if we, like... Yes. You attach yourself to the side of the ship. EVA report. I don't think a spacesuit is necessary to get here. You keep the experiment, and then... How do I have him, like, climb back in? Store experiments. Ah, I use these buttons on the screen here. I see. B to board. Okay. We're gathering all kinds of useful data here. We'll observe the mystery goo while it is on the ground and keep the experiment. Very good. So we've gathered our scientific data for the first mission, and the second mission was just to get up into the air. Which I should be able to do. I don't know what all these symbols mean. These are new. Good lord, there's all kinds of new stuff here. Also, this UI is fairly large. Give me one moment here. Is there a way to change the UI scaling? Reflection texture resolution. Dear Lord God, what is all this? UI scaling. UI scale. Let's go to like 80%. Yeah, that feels... Actually, it makes it a little hard to read the text on the menus. Maybe we just leave it? What the hell is an apps scale? Strange. Okay, whatever. We'll assume that's fine. Let's take off. I don't have a way to steer this thing, I don't think. Yeah, oh, I can kind of steer it, just not well. It does appear like my science thing is dragging the ship slightly off to the side. Yeah, can I, like... Oh, there's like an internal gyroscopic wheel on this thing, isn't there? Yeah, totally. Alright, we've made it into space, or, well, not space. We've made it into atmosphere. Prime the parachute. And there's a way to, like, accelerate time. There it is. On these keys. Yeah, we'll go ahead and time. Physics warp can affect the structural stability of the vessel. Be careful when using it with large ships. Well, I don't think this counts as a large ship. We'll go ahead and let this slowly come back down. A parachute should just, like, deploy itself, right? Yes, okay, we're good. Parachute is fine. We should land without too much of a problem. Oh god. Oh god. Right, we were in time acceleration. That's why that went a little nuts there. I feel like frame rate's holding up well enough. I can probably up the graphics settings a little bit. Give me just a moment here. How about the hell is ambient light boost? I don't know what even half of these mean. I don't think I have access to all the graphic settings from in-game. All right, that's fine. We'll just leave it as it is. So we've landed. Can I recover the ship? Hopefully. I mean, we're pretty much like on the lawn, so I think we'd probably be fine. Crew report from launch pad, EVA report from launch pad, mystery goo observation, and recovery of a vessel that survived a flight. We get a bunch of science. Perfect. We've recovered a bunch of parts. Perfect. So we can actually go ahead and, yeah, looks like we get our full money back on all of these. These are mostly reusable, except for the fuel. We didn't get our money back on the fuel. And I did somehow... I see. And crew, yes, he gains an XP. What is XP for? I don't remember that. Astronaut complex. Are there like levels? I have engineers, pilots, and scientists. And then we've got Jebediah, Bill, Bob, and Valentina. We can assign them to places. I don't know if that means like if they're like they assign them to a mission or like can I give them jobs here? I don't know how this works. I could hire some people. How expensive are they? Ah, it's a flat rate. I don't know if these courage and stupidity meters mean anything either. Like I have this pilot here who has like fairly high stupidity. Oh, wait, it does do something. Effects, stability assist. Full vessel control without combat access. Oh, that's because he's a pilot. Got it. Engineers give me resource converter and drill efficiency, and deployed power generation units up 1. I don't know what that's about. Vessel science return 100%, part science return 100%, reset experiments, run experiments from EVA. Ah, so I think this guy just means that I can my experiments will work better. Gotcha. I'm assuming these guys are all pilots? No, they're not. Bob's a scientist, Bill's an engineer, Jeb is a pilot, and Valentina is a pilot. I don't really need to hire anybody else right now, so we'll leave that for the time being. Let's go to the admin building, probably? Active. Available. Archives? Yes, completed. Perfect. We've completed 2 missions. What are our other available missions? Conduct a focused observational study of Kerbal. What the hell is this all about? Take a crew report in flight below 17,300 meters near zone 98 LF2. This, okay, expires in 1 day, 5 hours, 28 minutes. I'm assuming that means that I lose the offer, but then I have 5 years to complete it. I feel like that's not very good. Focused observational studies are probably going to require me to build a plane instead of a rocket. I don't want to build a plane. Haul Mark 16 parachute into flight above Kerbal. Have a parachute, be on Kerbal, be flying somewhere between 5,000 to 10,000 meters at a speed of 0 to 200 meters per second. I mean, this should be pretty easy to do, right? We could do that with our same little ship. Let's actually do that. Test the swivel liquid fuel engine. Will they give me a swivel liquid fuel engine if I accept this? I have to have the engine. I have to be on Kerbal flying. I need to be here. Or do I have to research that in order to use this? Well, let's accept the mission. I think that's it. If we go into my vehicle assembly building, and I now take a look at my vehicle, did they give me... They did give me a liquid fuel engine. They did not give me liquid fuel tanks. Cancel. Don't save, that's fine. So I need to research basic rocketry. This gives me the fuel engine, the solid fuel booster, and a basic fuel tank. Okay, we have our basic fuel tank. I've still got 19 science. What else do we got here? What does engineering give me? A decoupler, a thermometer, the communitron. Because this gives me another science experiment, which is probably a good thing. And a way to transmit data back to base, which is also probably a good thing. These cost too much science and I can't do them yet. Alright, got it. So, leave facility, go back into here. What if... Where's my science? Science? Where do you live? Science. What if we put a thermometer... Wait. Like... here. And then... Actually, wait. Take this off. Ditch this. Attach a fuel tank. And one engine. And then reattach this thing to like... Oh god. Are you okay? Thing? I feel like that might be interfering with my parachute. Probably not a good idea. You go there. We can test this in flight this time. That's probably a good idea. I think we'll be fine. This should fulfill both mission objectives, right? We'll have the parachute. We'll have the swivel engine. How do I... Okay, I've got a throttle, right? Oh, wait. Hold up. Add a stage. Put this down. Put this down here. I don't want to activate my parachute at the same time as my engine. They were both on the same stage, so what would have happened there is as soon as I activated the stage, my parachute would have deployed. I'm also curious, maybe we shouldn't, like, full throttle right away. We'll go, like, there. Let's start out by getting a temperature reading from the landing pad. Log temperature. Keep experiment data. Alright. Oh boy. We're fine. We're fine. Oh, I don't think we got high enough. I see. That could be a problem. Okay. Maybe we just land. Actually, wait, hold up. While we're midair, observe the mystery goo. Keep the data. Get a crew report. The data. Go for... I said go for... Cannot disembark while off Kerbin's surface. Astronaut complex upgrade required. Gotcha, so this guy cannot leave the capsule right now. Okay, that's fine. We've landed on the runway next to the space facility. Oh. And we kind of fell over. It's fine. Just roll it back into the hangar. All right. Okay, that's fine. I don't think we've gotten either of the missions we were trying to complete done there, but it'll be fine, right? If I go take a look at my missions. Active. How high do I need to be? 5 to 10, so at least 6,000 meters. I got to about 4,000. But that's mostly because I ran out of fuel, I think. So what if we just, like, slap some more fuel on there? That should be fine, right? Like, if we just stick all that fuel on there, and then what if we actually... Okay, hey, we're gonna get real advanced here. Now I'm starting to feel like we need some, like, aerodynamics. Is there a hotkey? There is. There's a hotkey for this. Let's get 3 fins on our ship. I don't know if these fins move at all. I don't think they do. That's fine. That'll still give me some kind of stability, I think. Maybe. What if we just, like, try and align it up a little bit there? Is that fine? Yeah, toggle snap. There we go. Yeah, nice and centered. Perfect. Launch it again. And this time, we just full throttle. Oh, I forgot to switch the staging. Hold up. We've got 1,082 meters per second worth of acceleration. Oh, it actually shows you that now. That's interesting. So yeah, that's the thing with rocketry, is that you can tell how much acceleration you can provide based on the engine and the amount of fuel you have. So you can figure out, like, this engine will burn fuel providing this much acceleration force, and I have this much fuel available, which tells me how much change in velocity, or delta V, you can actually use. Also tells you one more thing. Does it? What am I missing? You click on the gray part of the stage. Ooh. Your ISP. Yeah, that's okay. This is actually really useful. Thank you. Thank you, Castle Bravo. And hello. TWR is acceleration. Got it. Yeah, thrust to weight ratio. I'm assuming that is your. Yeah. Oh right. Thrust to weight ratio is super important because that lets me know if adding more fuel is actually beneficial or not. Because if you add too much fuel, you eventually get it to a point where you have too much weight, and your engine's not going to be doing enough lift. Thank you. Last time I played this was like 9 years ago, and they didn't have any of this stuff in there, so that's actually really good. Okay, activate RCS, because that should be my like auto stability stuff. Yeah, that's really nice, because you used to have to do a lot of this stuff with like pen and paper or like trial and error, which admittedly trial and error is the best way to play this game. You know, just sacrifice piles of Kerbins to the Kerbal gods. But it's definitely nice having some of this stats. I think there are a lot of mods that did this back in the day, but okay. This should be a slightly more successful mission. So let's, this full power, screw it. We're fine. I just need to get to 6,000 meters, right? That should be fine. How are we doing? Oh, this is perfect. Yeah, this is exactly what I want. Get planes, yeah. Yeah, there were planes back then, but they weren't like very advanced. I feel like I'm going too fast, actually. Maybe I should try going slower for the next one. Yeah, I mean they did, but they weren't very commonly used. Because they didn't have like at that time, I don't think they had the career mode yet, so there wasn't much of a like now you have all the missions that are like fly somewhere and gather data while flying at this altitude, which is what planes are really useful for. 9 years ago, you didn't have like contracts and missions and stuff, so there wasn't much of a point to the planes. There was a couple neat spots on Kerbin that were fun to try to get to, like the second space launch site, which is on that little island there. There's like an abandoned launch facility, and it was fun. There's a runway there. It was actually kind of fun to try to take off and see if you could land over on that runway. Wow, we're getting substantially higher than I thought we were going to here. Huh. The single stage to orbit planes, that's true. Yeah, you can do the. Is there like a separate like build setting for SSTO? Because like I know people used to try doing that all the time, just doing like single stage to orbit planes, just because it's super interesting. Like space planes are super wild. Um, huh. So I'm supposed to be moving at less than 500 meters per second for my one of these tests. I need to be like between 5 and 11,000 meters. I feel like I'm going to be moving far too fast on the way back down here. I'm sure that's fine. Oh god. Okay, hold up. We're good. We're good. Yeah. Fix my position with the rotational correction. That's fine. And maybe we go ahead and activate our parachute to see if that provides any drag for me. Why is this red? What does red mean? Are we okay? Oh god. Oh god. Well, this is mildly alarming. Huh. Red is usually bad. That is true. You're not going to slow down in time. That is true. We did somewhat form a lawn dart. That is very true. Ah, yes, there's no recover button because there's nothing to recover because we simply impacted the ground at 640 meters a second. Like some kind of beautiful missile. Okay, wait, is that even salvageable? Is there a way? Okay, hold on. Here's the plan. Setting advanced tweakables, you can force the chute to open with a setting. I was gonna say, like, back when I last played, those chutes would just sort of like semi-deploy and slow you down, and then fully deploy once you got to where you were at. Am I insane? Is that not a thing? All right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna. Wait, shit. Hold up. Revert flight to launch. I forgot to. Why am I getting the Skyrim loading screen there? What the hell? We forgot to separate this off into its own stage. You need to be on your own stage. They did back in the day. Nowadays they can rip. That means they added safety gates. What the hell is a safety gate? Oh god. Okay. Let's not get too crazy here, right? We're gonna like keep it on course, right? Oh god. Oh god. Okay, wait. Keep it on course. What the hell is a safety gate? Soviet man, 1940. safety gate. Speed above which chute won't deploy, as odds are it may rip. Fair. Fair point. Okay, I just need to make it above 6,000 meters before I completely run out of fuel, and my speed needs to stay reasonable. We're good. Cut engines. And we're going to deploy the chute. You say you have standardized protocols, and yet not in this great nation. It's fine. Everything's fine. We're gonna observe this goo. We're gonna... Uh-oh. Oh god. Get a crew report. Sounds lovely. There was no science from that crew report. There's a thermometer on here somewhere. Log temperature. Wonderful. Deploy the parachute. Okay. According to everything I know about how this is supposed to work, this mission should be an outstanding success. That or my parachute's about to rip off, and I'm going to die. I don't actually know what the safety tolerances on this parachute are. I didn't read the manual. Lots of settings to parts and lighting settings are hidden out to confuse new players. Since you're not really a new player, suggest you enter the settings and enable advanced tweakables. Fair. Oh god. Ho, 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 ho. If you need to click on the part and hit test, you have a part test setting. It's fine. Everything's fine. We just pogo sticked a little bit on the landing, but it's all fine. Part test contract. Okay, hold up. If we recover the vessel... Oh, you mean instead of actually, like, using it? Oh. Really? Hold up. Wait, I didn't want to go to the space plane hangar. Get me out of here. This is a horrible place. Varies per part. Interesting. Some you can use, some you can't. I just remember back in the day when I first added contracts, I played like a tiny little bit, and there was like one of the goofier things was there was a ton of missions that would be like test a parachute at some speed or like altitude that the parachute would be absolutely useless for, so you just instantly destroy the parachute. So you had to have like a second better backup chute in order to survive it. Okay, wait. We did test the swivel engine. Activate the part when all conditions... Oh. Oh, wait. I see how this works. I have to get to this altitude and then activate the part. Oh, this is a little more complicated than I thought it was going to be. Okay. Hold up. What? Do I not have... Where's my ship? Open... No. Cancel. Where'd my ship go? What happened to my ship? Huh. I have to rely on government grants, yeah. Okay, hold up. Where's this? What if we're gonna build a really dumb rocket, right? It's totally gonna be fine. Huh, I don't know why my rocket's not here. It saved the rocket between the last two missions, but then didn't save it here. Is there a way to... Cancel. Odd. In-game settings, hit escape when the space center near the bottom. Okay, hold up. If I go into Let's leave here. Save and continue. Sure, why not? Go into settings near the bottom, advanced tweakables. Advanced tweakables enabled. Sure. Is there anything else here that I think I need? Oh, Lord. Double click mouse look. I don't know what half of this stuff means. It's mostly graphic stuff, I think, so I don't think I need to worry too much about that. All right. We'll check how that works. We're going to try to finish this current contract, right? I have an idea. Somewhere here, we have coupling. Yeah, we got a decoupler. We're going to stick a decoupler onto this. Actually, screw it. We're going to get real fancy. We're going to stick a decoupler onto here, right? And then onto here. And then we're going to stick a nice light booster engine onto here, right? No, hold up. This decoupler goes with the parachute. Actually, screw it. I'm just going to be safe. We're going to decouple her here, then parachute on a separate stage. This one, so when I first fire it, it's going to fire off this rocket. Then I hit space, and it will decouple the booster and activate my regular rocket. So when I'm at the correct speed, under 160, between 6,000 and 11,000. Okay, what can I do if I right-click parts? I've got shrouds, I've got rigid attachments, same vessel interaction. I don't know what that even means. Oh, we got different paint jobs. Let's take a look at the parachute. We've got minimum pressure, altitude, and spread angle. Deploy mode when safe. I don't actually know what that means. You could probably, okay, we could probably deploy mode, like, when risky, immediate, yeah. We'll stick with when safe for now, I think is fine. Save. Yeah, that makes sense. So, step 1. Launch rocket. Right? Like, rocket needs to get to... Is this going to work? Needs to be above 6,000 when I activate this rocket. Not enough boost. Okay. That's fine. Revert flight to vehicle assembly. We need more boosts. 2 options will come when you unlock struts and fuel lines. Got it? Take off all safety modes. Protocols are only there to hinder progress. It's true. Auto strut, you can strut things like using... Oh, that's actually super helpful. I remember the strut, like... struts rapidly getting out of hand and it causing some serious performance issues, being a bit of a problem in the original. Okay, hold up. We need a better booster. This should be fine now. Right? This should get me to 6,000 feet between 0 and 160 meters a second, and then I toggle into my other option to launch my rocket. Or launch my engine. Activate my engine? Activate my engine. It says that I'm moving too fast to use my parachute safely. I would tend to agree. I am seeing one slight problem here. And that's that I'm going far too fast. We're gonna build a really dumb ship. I have an idea. What if we just get rid of this, right? And then we build this under it. And then I have a throttle on that one. And now this should let me... Rigid attachments try to keep parts from bending at the joints, side effects sometimes causing said parts to pop up. Okay, that makes sense. So they're not like... I know what you mean by like the part wobble. Side boosters, I don't have a good way to do side boosters yet, because I don't have the like detacher thing, so they would just be fixed permanently. I could do that, but we're gonna try this. We're gonna try... Wait, shit, that was wrong. Revert flight to launch. Shit. Hold up. Fine. Activate these. Okay. This set of fuel and engines is there to get me to where I need to be. So hold up. We keep our speed down, right? Because right now we're going too fast. That's fine. Now we're going the right speed. And then this will get me to 6,000 meters. At which point, okay. We cut speed a bunch. This is perfect. All right, probably forgetting settings for parts. Thanks for the follow, Castle. Appreciate it. We'll be in the right altitude range and at the right speed. Oh boy. Cut the power. Detach that. Let it float away. Throttle up. Okay, I think we completed the contract correctly now. And then we detach this. I didn't exactly make those recoverable, and I am effectively just bombing the landing pad with live rocket fuel right now. You would have the contract icon flash green. Contract parameter complete. It does look like I have. That has to be it, right? Probably. Launch our first vessel. Wait. Can I delete this? Gather scientific data. Test it. Yes, okay, there we go. We did test it. Alright, good. That should have counted. Prepare parachute. Did it say I needed to land with an intact Kerbal afterwards? Because I'm beginning to think there's a distinct possibility we are not landing with an intact Kerbal. Oh, wait, maybe we'll be okay. Also, does that mean that this debris hasn't exploded yet? Like, has it not landed back on the ground? Because it does somewhat look like I'm about to, like, bomb the vehicle assembly building. Yeah. Yeah, that definitely just impacted directly onto the vehicle assembly building. That's good. I think we're about to land on the vehicle assembly building potentially as well, or at least on the lawn. Oh no, we're gonna veer a little bit. How are we looking? I feel like this parachute doesn't deploy high enough. Like, it waits alarmingly late. Warsaw Pack countries do have a few. If you want to tell them, I can take a few minutes to translate it. They'll be grateful. We're good. Everything's fine. Everything's, look at this. It's fine. We're gonna land in my bed. This is the astronaut like quarters right here. I am just sending Jebediah Kerman straight to bed. He went to space, and we're just going to land the rocket directly on his mattress. Perfect. This was all part of the plan. Can I actually affect where we're going to land? Go that way. Land me over there. We'll give him a little spin. I don't think this is actually affecting anything. I think he's fine. Whee! Okay, wait, don't spin that much. I think he's fine. Has any ship debris hit a city? You know, not often. It usually burns up in the atmosphere, but there was, I remember a few years back, like a booster module from a Chinese rocket, like landed in the hills near a village somewhere, which is really nasty because the booster rocket fuel is not pleasant stuff. Like it's very, very dangerous, and they had to go and send out like a recovery team to clear it all up. They tend to, like most space programs, tend to plan for this and make sure that, like, they actually modeled this fairly accurately here. I'm just not flying correctly. They tend to build them near the coastline like this, so you can arc your ship out over the coast, so that if anything's, you know, debris or bits are coming off, they will land in the ocean and like safely away from things. Yeah, rocket fuel is really, really nasty stuff. Recovery of vessel, perfect. Jebediah Kerman, no XP gain, that's fine. Did that complete our mission? It did. We got 41 science. Let's real quick go over here and take a look at what we've got available. I could get general rocketry. We could get some more stability. Where the hell do I get, like, fuel lines? This is where struts come into play. This is space plane stuff. Fuel management. This is important. We want to get up to here soon. Sooner rather than later. 45, man, I don't remember how to get science efficiently. This is the side connector, radial decoupler. We want that. We'll get that right away. And survivability is probably... I don't have enough science. That's probably worth looking into, though, because that gives me extra parachutes and, like, heat radiators and things like that. Landing struts. A service bay. Okay, perfect. Heat shields. Oh, yeah, we're going to want some of those eventually. I forgot about that. Heat shields are important. We'll want those. What's the point of upgrading the research facility? It's how much research you can carry at max. Okay, that's good. Survivability of the ship. Yes. Yeah. You want the ship to explode. We've got spare astronauts. I've got plenty of spare astronauts. I think that if I remember correctly, the astronauts or Kerbernauts or whatever in orange are immortal. I don't think they can actually die. Paratroopers going to military exercise commanding officer tells them to go up the cell to jump out a craft, walk 20 kilometers to a barn, get a bike from that barn, go another 10 back to base. Goes to the airplane, jumps out his plane, tries to open his chute, refuses to open, so he tries to reserve chute, refuses to open. At this point, the paratrooper thinks, God damn it, nothing works. If that bike also won't be there, then I'll be pissed. Very good. Very, very optimistic. I like it. That's kind of how you approach missions in this game. Just, it'll be fine. We're fine here. I should actually pick up a mission, speaking of that. Conduct a focus... Oh, the C7 Aerospace Division. Nice. I'm fairly certain this is supposed to be a bit of a Mass Effect reference, but, focused observation... I hate focused observational studies. You need planes for those, and they're so dumb. Haul a parachute into flight. You're gonna give me 2 science and a bunch of money. I just have to get it into flight. Alright. Test a booster. Activating it through the staging sequence. Oh, that's super easy. Escape the atmosphere. Sure. That's also fairly easy. So, notice someone survived from a huge fall from a plane to landing in soft dirt with nothing but a dislocated limb. Yeah, I've heard stories like that before, and it's like, yeah, like I like roll out of bed wrong and I'm crippled for a week. Alright, we're gonna put... Okay, hold up. We need to plan here, because I need to test the hammer booster at the bottom. Oh, we got the bigger fuel tank now. This is very useful. I also want to see... Wait, I don't want to get into orbit. Screw that. Hold up. Don't go into orbit. I just realized I don't have heat shields yet. What does this give me? Thrust? This is better thrust. And better ISP. This is just a better engine. Is it not like gimbaled or something? What's the difference here? Tolerance, pressure. Why am I... this just looks better in every possible way. Is it like more expensive? It's less expensive and better in every possible way. Oh wait, okay, this one's called the swivel. I got it. The swivel, I bet you, I don't know how to scroll here. There we go. Swivel. Yeah, gimbal vectoring 3 degrees. This does not have any gimbal vectoring. Got it. No gimbal vectoring, so this thing just goes in a straight line. That's fine. I'm fine with going in a straight line. Give me decouplers, because I want to ditch the weight. Decoupler. Very good. And then we want to test the hammer booster engine on the ground. Do I have a decoupler here? I do. Okay. Decoupler. Boom. Perfect. Gimbal is rotational ability. If you gimbal something, it is the ability to, yeah, thrust vectoring basically, to be able to angle the basically the cone that you're seeing here on the bottom of the engine. You can angle that to direct your thrust out of your engine to give you a bit of steering. So the Reliant does not have any of that. This thing is going in whatever direction that cone is attached, and there's no changing it. This one here is gimbaled, so you can, 3 degrees of rotation on that cone to give you a little bit of thrust. Yeah. We don't need that, so that's fine. That engine's actually just better for us in every way. We're going to put some science stuff on here. It's fine, and we're gonna put some fins on here. Ooh, we got winglets. These are steerable, if I'm not mistaken, so we can actually control. Okay, hold up. Give me like 3 of them at the bottom of the ship, because that'll give me better aerodynamic control. And these will get ditched with the booster. This should be fine. So these ones are... Oh, really? Are these not steerable? No kidding. Huh. I thought those were the ones that had the ailerons built into them. Oh well. Let's take a look. Where's my missions? Test. Okay. Escape the atmosphere. We have successfully completed a mission. Everything's fine. Wait. Almost everything is fine. Oh god, I attached these to the wrong thing. Oh no. Oh no. We're jettisoning our scientific data here. Can we escape the atmosphere with this build? I have no idea. Maybe we don't, like, accelerate to the point that we're catching fire, though. Like, we are traveling at a fairly high rate. Escape the atmosphere. I don't remember how high Kerbin's atmosphere goes. Winglet stiff, control surface area, part description, something that sounds similar. Fair. Is it 60,000? No, must not be. Must be 70,000. 70,000, okay. Well, we're definitely going to escape the atmosphere. How do I get to my map? There we go. Perfect. We are... Oh, do I not have... Oh. Because I haven't upgraded the tracking facility. It's not showing me my... Yeah, my max... Like my apogee. Interesting. Oh, that's different. I was like, you used to be able to check your, like, apogee with this. Building a certain unlocks. Yeah. Mission maneuver nodes. Oh, so mission controls maneuver nodes. Astronaut complex. Space EVA. Yeah, good deal. Let's... Okay, hold up. Log temperature, keep experiment. Observe mystery goo. Keep experiment. Crew report. Keep experiment. Everything is fine. I'm like 10% certain that we'll survive re-entry. Maybe I should have saved some fuel for deceleration. Or brought along, like, a radio transmitter to send some of this data back. Because we don't have a heat shield. I mean, we didn't overheat and explode on the way up. I mean, we were going to, but then I braked. I don't have a way to brake on the way back down, do I? Oh, we're gonna die, aren't we? Aero braking for slowing down. If you fail to slow down enough, litho braking will do the rest. I know at least half of both of those words. I think we're gonna try to put the flat side facing into the air. Jebediah is having the time of his life. What does this do? Oh! You can actually look in there and see him now. That's cool. Look at him go. Aero braking, braking the atmosphere, litho, rock braking. Fair enough, that's true. I'm thinking this may be slightly more of a litho braking experience. We're gonna try to put as much surface area, like, forward as possible, right? Because that'll help slow me down. I think that makes sense. Like, if we just, like... just, like, flat fist our way in here, like this. And eventually maybe I want to, like, rotate the engine part down to absorb some of the heat. Yeah, if I go nose down, I feel like that might be a problem. I was like, I feel like we put the... Actually, wait. That's a good idea. Put the tail first. To try and, yeah, absorb as much heat as possible. And maybe I manually deploy the parachute before I jettison this stage. That could be an idea. I think we may manually jettison the parachute first. Oh god. Except I'm going way too fast. Oh god. I don't have a way to... Oh god. Fuck it. Deploy mode. Now. Deploy mode when risky? We'll try that. How bad is this? We are not decelerating in even the tiniest amount. Oh god. Well. Well. We gave it a shot. What if we... Okay, hold up. Revert to vehicle assembly. What were my problems there? I think we went too high. For one. I think we want to cap it out around 7,000. I need to fix this staging for number 2. And then... What do I have for parachutes here? I still just have this parachute. Whatever, that'll have to do. Okay, how about... This is a plan, right? We're gonna launch. And then I'm gonna try and watch... Oh, I should have upgraded my research facility or my tracking facility so that I could track my apogee. That would have been a smart idea. Whatever, we don't need that. It's fine. Ditch that. We are currently at 16,000. And it looks like, eyeballing it, we're about halfway up. Right? So now we're at 20,000, so this is probably around like 35. We're at 25, probably around... Let's cut it there. And we'll see how that does, right? All I need to do is get to 70,000. Purple icon should get me more data. What is this? Maneuver mode. Oh yeah, perfect. Apoapsis, that's what I'm looking for. We cut, okay. We're gonna make it to 70,000-ish. Thank you. So I can't see the tracking data on the map, but I do still have access to the tracking data. That's all I needed. We just get myself to 70,000. That will complete the objective for the contract. And then on the way down, I can use my engine to brake. That should be fine. We still haven't really gotten into like orbital mechanics and physics yet. We're still basically doing everything just based on like in atmo. Because, like, getting to orbit's a lot of different. You have to think about things in a slightly different fashion because it's not about the, like, vertical speed you're getting, it's about the horizontal speed you're getting, which we haven't really had to deal with yet because we're not trying to maintain an orbit, we're just trying to, like, not die. Alright. Crew report from space. Everything's good. Alright. At the moment, we are decelerating and falling back down from orbit. That's fine. I've still got half my fuel left. And we're going to start slowly burning some of it to decelerate. I said slowly burning some of it to decelerate. Hold up, we can afford, okay, hold up. We can let this go a little bit more, right? This should be fine. Kerbals now have parachutes. If you jump out, you can save the Kerbal. That's true. My problem is I can't jump out because I haven't researched EVA yet. So that will be useful eventually. It's just not useful presently. I don't know if this is currently survivable or not. I feel like the answer is not. Yeah. Yeah, it did just drop the science experiment. That's true. Because it was attached to the booster. Oh, no, we're good. Okay. I don't know if that matters, though. We'll find out. Because I did, like, take the report, so I don't know if that, like... Does that matter? Yeah, the science experiments were definitely attached to the thing that's about to, bury itself in the dirt, but... Did he, like, retrieve the data, or no? Oh, it does matter. Oh, no. Well, that's fine. We've learned something else. Just move the science experiments up to the command module. Okay, we're good. We're making progress. Slowly, but progress. Yeah, okay, that's fine. We got our data. We got some stuff. We got some funds. Maybe it's time we start upgrading some stuff here. Number one, I feel like we want to upgrade our tracking facility. That's like tracking facility is, oh god, it's really expensive. 150,000. Jesus Christ. Okay. Yeesh. I don't need any more Kerbals. I don't need that. Ugh. Haul it into orbit. Okay. I mean, this pays money. Into flight above Kerbin. Oh, this is the radial parachute, which I don't even have yet. Do they give me a radial parachute to test this with? God, they made this a lot slower to get started with. We'll assume that we can do both of those. Right? Like, all I need to do for this is to just... Okay. Step one, we need to get this... get this up here, and get this up here. And then I need to attach... radial parachutes. Like that. There. Unlock by mission control if you know the tracking station can't really place them anywhere. Fair. Okay. This should be a remarkably safe craft. So we just need to get these up. Right? Like, what's my mission here? We need to be between 1,000 and 8,000, traveling around 150-ish. I will complete both of those missions as soon as those objectives are met. We may be traveling a little too fast. Okay, we beat one. I'm just going to let myself slow down so that I catch the other one here. Slow down to 260 before we cross over the 9,000 meter mark. Right? Oh, we already crossed over the 9,000 meter mark. Okay. I don't want to go too high here, actually, because that's going to be a problem. Actually, it won't be. Screw it. We're going to go way too high. Give me my... We're going to go into space. Wait. I'm... Right, because I'm heavier now because I have these parachutes. Ah. Okay. Idea. Once we get into space, we take our data again. Oh, I didn't mean to attach two of these. Screw it. Observe one now. That's fine. And take a crew report now. Can I store that? Review report? Keep experiment? So, sure, we'll assume that's stored. I don't remember how that... There's like a way to manually store reports or something. Oh, I think when you're maybe it's the EVA reports that you can manually store. So we got one of these when we were in like high atmo. And then we're gonna get one of these from like actual orbit. Right? And can I get a second crew report? Overwrite crew report, that's... Oh wait, no. Cancel. Don't overwrite crew report. Reset experiment. We'll get a crew report on the way back down again, that's fine. Log temperature while we're up here. Yeah. So we did already get a crew report from space last time. That's the one thing that did survive. Experiment data into it from across the ship. Other requires you to go out and EVA. Gotcha. I was like, I remember like stuffing report data into modules, like moving it around. Okay, crew report, perfect. I don't know how survivable this is, but we'll find out. I feel like it's probably fine. We're gonna time accelerate just a tiny bit here. I mean, we've got plenty of parachutes. We might be okay. Oh yeah, we're totally fine. Alright. And we completed both missions, and we got a bunch of scientific data. That's actually that's a complete success. Everything about that mission went as well as it possibly could. What do these mean? Cannot transmit science. Yes, signal strength, got it. Okay, that's all about that. Direct connection to Space Center, got it. Toggle time mode, sure. Delete all these messages. Sure. Fuel. Ah, right, electric charge, monopropellant, that's all fine. Sure. Alright, we're good, we're good. Everything's fine here. Let's what control mode craft is in. Yeah. Are we landed successfully? Beautiful. Recover the vessel. Alright. Various control nodes when you start building probes. Okay. Man, we still don't have much money. Research this. General construction. Which one of these is going to be more important? A crew cabin, struts. Okay, struts is probably more important. Structural fuselage. A flag. Engine plate. What the hell is an engine plate? For clustering multiple small engines on small tanks. I wonder what that's about. Don't really have full throttle or maneuver control. Red means no control whatsoever. Ah, gotcha. They didn't have engine plates when I was there, so yeah, I don't know what this does. Inspired by an upside-down birthday cake with added shrouds for windy days. For clustering multiple small engines on small tanks. Bicouplers and tricouplers, but customizable. Interesting. Okay, so this is for the little probe engines, right? This is like the Rocco Max, like, because there's different size tanks, right? Like there's the different diameter tanks, and I'm assuming this is for like joining parts between those. Decoupler and an adapter can select how many nodes it has to place stuff on. Got it. These, other than the strut, don't feel all that useful to me immediately. Flight control, inline reaction wheel is not a terrible idea. We probably want this. I probably want the heat shields. Yeah, heat shields and some extra, like, radiators and stuff. That's a good idea. And then I feel like advanced rocketry for the... The hell is a Starshot 32? Fireworks canister? Heat capsule is a built-in heat shield. Okay. Thud fuel engine. What is? Why would I need a fireworks launcher? Okay, go with this. That's fine. I want to get to this as quick as I can, because these are super important. Added on KSP's 10th anniversary. Oh, that's cute. So it's just like for funds? That's actually really cute. I like that. Yeah, I need this, because once we get this and we have radial decouplers, then we can actually start building some, like, actual rockets that can do stuff. Test the Mark 12R drogue chute in flight. Orbit Kerbin. Accelerate parallel until you're in a stable orbit. I think I can do that. Do I have anything else that's like super challenging? Test the decoupler in flight over Kerbin. On escape trajectory out of Kerbin. I don't think I'm getting to an escape trajectory right here. Soviet round capsules built-in heat shields trade-off don't get reaction wheels. Got it. Okay, so they have no built-in, like, leveling. Test the Terrier launch engine at the launch site. We will take both of these. Here's my plan. We need to achieve orbit. I can do that. Step 1. We need more fuel. Right? Give me that. Ditch all of this. Give me... What are you? Terrier engine. So this thing's just a joke. Alright, we don't need... I got an idea. I can test that at the launch site. Other upgrades more useful because you dedicated reaction wheel part together with the P. Yeah, Terrier ISP. So that's like for space flight, right? I'm assuming that's the like super high ISP or low ISP, I guess. Yeah. 345 in a vacuum. Yeah, that's quite good. Yep. So this is like out in space. This will give me ISP. So for people that are not like super familiar with like space terminology, ISP, you can think of it as like your miles per gallon, I guess, on your fuel. It is the amount of like fuel efficiency you get for your burn. So better ISP means you spend less fuel and adjust your velocity more efficiently. We're gonna... Here's what I'm thinking. Give me this. Give me another decoupler. Give me a tiny crappy fuel tank. Actually, wait, not quite that tiny. Give me one of these, right? Here's the plan. Give me a Terrier. Okay, you go there. Okay, we do have a decoupler. All right. Terrier. And then attached to the Terrier, we do a few of these. I see no problem. What if... Okay, wait. I need aerodynamics. Where's aerodynamics? 1 Newton and burn 10 kilograms per second, but you have ISP of 0.98. Got it. Oh, okay, got it. Times gravity, yeah. Alright, so... activate all of these engines at the same time, which will fulfill one of my contract objectives. This will get me nice and lifted. Then we tilt to the side using these fins to help... Actually, these fins don't turn, so fuck it. We tilt to the side, tilt over a bit, and then get ourselves into a stable orbit. I think I can do this. I don't remember my exact method for balancing my, like, how far tilted I want to be versus the height. I used to have a formula that I'd use for this, but I don't remember it. But I think it's going to be fine. I think we're just going to tip over lightly, like that. Okay, the Terrier is really not burning fuel very quickly at all. I may need to ditch this thing, like, pronto. Oh boy. That did not go well at all. Okay. Revert flight to vehicle assembly real quick. I'm gonna test something. Okay. That could have gone better, but I think the problem was, you see, is that my boosters ran out too soon. So we're just going to put more of them on there, and I'm going to put this onto here so that it initiates right away. Yeah, wait. Ah, crap. Okay, so this is too heavy. 3 of them. Oh god, we're just slightly too heavy. Alright, we don't need that. 18.27. I only need 1 of you. 18.22. I probably don't need all of that, right? That's an extra parachute that you don't need. 18.12. Huh. Wait, idea. Do this. I don't need all that fuel. Right? Like, that fuel is just dead weight. $340 millimeters per second of delta V. Is it really? Oh, that's... I don't think I can make that at the moment. We're gonna try anyway. I don't remember my delta V tables at all. We'll see what this does. This is probably fine. This should be an interesting craft. Wait. We're fine. We're fine. Everything's fine. Right? And then we just, like, attach this. I think we can pull at least close to something reasonable here, right? What are we looking at? Yeah, okay, wait, cut engine. Crap, this isn't good. Wait. Give me around nose first. Right about here. Okay. Burn me this away. And then save the rest of my fuel for when we get to the peak of our orbit. It's not elegant by any means. How are we looking on mission objectives here? Oh, I didn't actually test it at the launch site. That's... Okay, hold up. Fuck it. Revert flight. No. Revert flight to launch. Because this needs to be here. Yes. Now we're good. Full power. Blammo. Yes, we achieved one of our mission goals. Excellent. Get me a little bit of a turn going. This is fine. Oh, wait. Shit. Don't die. Alright, we're good. We're fine. I'm watching my orbit here, or altitude. I want to slow her down. Slow her down. Okay, give me a little bit more. Okay, we're going to make it to 70,000. And then give me a little wiggle room. There we go. Okay, 71,000, which is technically out of atmosphere. And then we're going to line up right about here and get ready to burn, to extend our orbit as we get close to apogee, right? That's probably a good idea, and we'll just time accelerate a little bit here. How are we looking? Like we don't have enough fuel is how we're looking. I mean, we were on the right track there. There just wasn't enough fuel. Is this going to give me any new data? Not terribly. Reset the experiment. I mean, this is closer to an orbit. I feel like I need to upgrade the facility, though. I don't know if I have enough. Although I guess the Terrier was just kind of dead weight. I guess I could just get rid of the Terrier wasn't really doing me anything there. I could just get rid of the Terrier off the stage completely. Or possibly, I don't know if adding another engine is going to be way too much weight. I was like, we could switch the positions of like the Terrier and the Reliant, and maybe one of the fuel tanks, so 2 and 2. So that I'm using more of the Reliant on the way up. Actually, that's not a terrible idea. And then use the Terrier once we're in orbit. Yeah, that's actually not a terrible idea, come to think of it. I think we can ditch this. I don't need that anymore. Let's run some science here. Give me a temperature. Give me a crew report. Apparently this crew report is completely useless. That's fine. Give me a mystery goo. Sure, whatever. It's something. Activate this. Oh god, don't activate that though. Give me like this kind of a thing here. Huh. This doesn't look ideal. I've definitely seen healthier. Oh, we're fine. That's fine. Yeah, I didn't really think about that I'm using my, like... Well, actually, to be fair, my mission objective for this mission was to test the Terrier at the launch site. So, that is why I did it this way but first. But yeah, no, the Terrier definitely makes more sense as a late-stage engine than an early stage. So I completed my objective to test the Terrier. That's fine. At the launch site. And then I guess I could have just done that with like a dummy ship where I basically just dragged a ship out onto the launch pad that had like no fuel. Because I don't think you actually have to have it successfully ignite. You just have to like activate it as part of a stage. Okay, so I guess 2 parachutes was also a little excessive. Oh, come to think of it, I unlocked heat shields, didn't I? And then I didn't even put one on there, did I? That's fine. But no, well, yeah, I have an idea. We have a plan. Drag is part calculated in large part based if there's a node that is occupied or not. I don't know if I understand enough about how like node attachments work in this for that to mean anything really. Let's get a crew report from here. A report of Kerbin's water. We got some science. Perfect. What? I need more science, like really badly. On an escape trajectory out of Kerbin. When it says escape trajectory, does it mean like escaping Kerbin's orbit? Or just escaping the atmosphere? Capsule upper node is unoccupied into the same deal the side boosters. Your capsule and boosters produce disproportionately more drag. Ah, okay. Got it. Okay, so I'm not doing that then. Test radial decoupler in flight. Okay. What's this? Test solid fuel booster in orbit around... Jesus, okay, I'm not doing that right now. I need more science. Poodle liquid fuel engine at the launch site. Oh, I don't really need that. Test a drogue chute in flight over Kerbal. I can do that. Okay, wait, I have an idea. I have an idea. The drogue chute, if I go into here, that's this one. These are designed to slow you, not to, like, land you. But I think if I go like this, and then slap you on, and then add another stage, bring both of you down into here. Okay, here's the plan. Step 1. You come off of here, you come off of here, you come off of here, you come off of here. Wait. I guess you come here, you come here. You go here. Okay, hold up. You go here. You go here. Then... Oh god, that's not what I wanted at all. There we go. You go there, and then you go there. And then you guys, can you like attach lower down, please? Okay. So now we stick this onto here. I've not tried the new edit tools. I didn't even know there were new edit tools. Hold up. You come here. Wait, I don't want 3 of you. Hold up. You get off of there. Give me radial symmetry there. Something lower down. You can hit 2 on your keyboard or the move icon. Oh. So I can like... Ah! That's quite useful. Okay. It's like I'd rather have it balancing on these. How are we doing as far as like weight? We're good. Okay, I can launch this, and I have higher hopes for this. So, you and you are going to get me up to about here. Oh, this wasn't enough fuel. Okay. Okay, hold up. Revert flight to vehicle assembly. Wait, crap. I don't have enough weight. Oh, my brain. Where is my... Is there a way to view total weight? Total weight. Where's my total weight? If I add another fuel tank, I'm going to go over total weight. What if we ditch that, bring you down, add another fuel tank, how much weight is the booster? Booster is 3. How much weight is a decoupler? Hardly any. We could go here. How many? Okay. How many of these can I add? Is 2 over the weight limit? It isn't. Let's do a pair of these to get me off the landing pad. Right? And then do some aerodynamic stuff to get this off of here. Oh, wait, I have an idea. Okay, that's fine. And then we do... Yeah, like that. We'll save this. Okay, stage 1. Activate boosters and main engine. Then decouplers... Wait. Decoupler 1 and 2. Can I bundle you together again somehow? I don't know how I detached you two. Odd. Whatever. These two detach after they have burned out and activate this engine. This engine burns out, then we detach all the fuel tank and activate this engine. Then this detaches this and activates my first chute, and then my drogue chute for my mission. I have no idea if this is going to work. I don't know if 2 hammers is even going to get this thing off the ground. But we're going to try it. It did indeed get me off the ground. Okay. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Okay, we're burning at about 45 degrees. This is good. It's like with any luck, I will just barely hit 70,000. Okay, wait. This is good. We've hit 70,000. I have a really fuel efficient engine on the front of this thing. So we just shimmy this into line over here. Yeah, we're fine. Okay. Shimmy all of this into line. We'll use a last little bit of this fuel here to assist in orbiting. Get this up to here. Burn as hard as we can. Attach that and burn as hard as we can. and watch my orbits to see if we succeed or not. I mean, this is moving in a positive direction. I was like, I don't want to go too high here. So keep it nice and flat. Come on. Achieve orbit. Periaps. Looking good. That's an orbit. And we got tons of fuel left. Okay, hold up. That's a total orbit. Let's actually bring that orbit down just a tiny bit. I was like, we don't need to be going quite that high. And that's going to cut me into the atmosphere on the way back around, but not like super hard. I take another that the inclination affects how much DV you must use to get an orbit. If your inclination is 0 and orbit is due east, DV requirement is 34, directly north 36, due west would be 38. Gotcha. So we're in an orbit now. Let's time warp ahead a little bit. Where's my current altitude? Can I not see that from here? I don't think I can. Current altitude. Okay, we're coming back down. Let's spin myself around tail first. Right? Oh, it dropped on the top of the screen. Ah, right. Okay, that's fine. Best interest keep orbit as low inclination as possible. That makes sense. To be fair, I don't have very much like steering control at the moment, so that's mostly up to like the slight spin rotating my my orbit. I mean, to be fair, we went more or less at a 90 heading, which is pretty darn good. Okay, so ditch that. Parachute is armed, and so it should deploy on its own. And then once it's deployed and we are between 3 and 6,000 moving less than 90 meters a second, which is totally going to happen, I think. We'll see if that helps. Going to make myself something to drink, BRB, fair. This is a fine heading. All right. We successfully achieved orbit. Log temperature, nothing useful. Okay. Log goo data. Minimal use. Thank you. Log crew report. Doesn't care. Sure thing. Okay. What if deploy one chute to slow me down? Right? Right? Like we deploy one chute to slow me down, and then the other chute we deploy when we're in the right spot. This is definitely how parachutes are designed to work. We're just testing for an emergency situation where only one of our parachutes deploys, and we need to deploy the other one, like, mid-flight. There, see? That's exactly how that was supposed to work. We'll just call this like an emergency systems test. Where we've deployed all of my parachutes in like the goofiest order possible. Can I just like cut parachute and cut parachute? Yeah, we're fine. Okay, cool. How are we feeling about crew reports? Ooh, this is a new crew report. We're in the air over the ocean, which is apparently different somehow. And this is a new crew report. And this is a new crew report. No, it isn't. While flying at Kerbal. Interesting. Everything went successfully. We manually deployed some of our parachutes in a slightly goofy order to make sure that we were slowed down enough to deploy the final parachute. But it worked. We got our drogue chute tests. We achieved Kerbal orbit. These are all successes. Air over water is 50% air than air. Finest air around. Can I like... Okay, no, we can't EVA while we're off of the surface. Can I EVA while I'm in the water? I haven't tried that yet. I feel like this parachute is like too powerful for my own good right now. Because I'm on like max time acceleration at the moment. And we're just kind of floating. Come on. Down you go. Okay, so now we've landed. We're gonna just real quick rotate the crew hatch like upwards. No, we're not. We're gonna EVA. And you are going to take an EVA report from the water and then board so that you don't die. And then we're gonna see if I can get mystery goo data here. I can. Can I get... Okay, hold up. What if I EVA? Can you, like, take data, then we log the temperature. Temperature scanning can only be externally controlled. Okay. Then we board to store data. Then we take a new temperature reading, and then we recover the vessel. Do love air, favorite thing to breathe. That's true. Helium's pretty darn good too, though. That's pretty cool. And nitrogen. I do. You know, those are always fun. Okay, we've gathered like 30 science. We're up to 70 science. Jebediah Kerman has advanced to level 1. I don't know if that does me any good or anything. I don't know what that's for. What are my next objectives? Test radial decoupler in flight. It gets me some science. Test decoupler on escape trajectory. I don't think I'm getting to an escape trajectory here. Solid fuel booster while orbiting. Ferry 2 tourists safely to their destination and back. Explore the moon. I don't think I'm doing that just yet. Although, hold up. We can probably upgrade this building by now. Right? Oh no, I need to upgrade this. Yeah, upgrade the launch pad. That's a good idea. Okay, so now I can hold more weight. I need a little bit more science. We could start looking at planes and doing like flying planes around to gather science, which we might have to do at some point. Also, if Kerbals can disembark only on Kerbin. Kerbals can perform EVAs and place flags. I feel like, yeah, getting EVA reports is going to be useful. What are these? Aggressive negotiations. What does this do? Oh god, I don't know what any of this crap's going to be useful for. Oh, this all costs a lot of money. I could apply for a grant. I feel like it's probably not a good idea, though. Lots of fun fact. If you're not aware, we don't feel oxygen, rather CO2 buildup. If we breathe, the gas is not meant to be breathed like nitrogen. We'll get CO2 buildup. We would not even know we're going to choke and just pass out. Yeah, that makes sense. Entering rusted up, poorly ventilated interiors. Yeah, I used to do. I worked at a brewery for a while, and I was part of like the hazmat team there for a bit. And got a little bit of training on like enclosed space like operations, because there was occasionally like we had a lot of like large like grain silos and tanks and stuff, liquid tanks and stuff for brewing, because we were doing like, it was just because I don't entirely know the legality of this, we're going to leave the name of the brewery out, but it is a very large scale brewery, we'll say. It's I don't know how they're. I don't think I'm technically like at liberty to discuss all of this, just in case I mention something that I shouldn't. I'm just gonna to leave the name off. But very large scale brewery that had very like, I mean, like multiple story tall brew tanks and stuff like that. And so there was definitely like, okay, for maintenance purposes or something like that, there's times where someone might need to climb into one of these tanks or into one of the like pipes or something like that, which can be like extremely tight. Like you're barely able to move when you're in there. And that's yeah, talking about like oxygen deprivation and how to recognize signs of oxygen deprivation, and how to, you know, properly handle that was part of the training on that, which is, yeah, super interesting. But also like, Jesus, it's wild. Tracking station upgrade required for flight planning. Let's get this. And how much does it cost to upgrade tracking station? We'll go ahead and get that. I feel like we can do some better missions now. Focused observation. I hate focused observation. They're so annoying. Below this, above this. Explore the moon. Test this thing at the launch site. I mean, I can get one free science just by doing this. Let's actually, wait, take a look. Are there any other experiments I can get my hands on early? Because some more experiments might help. High gain antenna, rechargeable battery pack. This wouldn't be a terrible thing to pick up. It does have experiments. Wait, what was I just looking at? What did I miss? A high gain antenna, a radiator panel, experiment storage unit. Oh, the SC9001. Duh, that's fucking hell. That's super useful. I forgot about this thing. Yeah, okay, no, get that. Leave facility, pick up the mission to test the poodle. We can just grab that right now, and we'll just go do a quick little simple rocket where we're just gonna, like, test the poodle and get some data. Slap me one of those. Actually, screw it, I don't even need that. What's the cheapest core I can get? What's the cheapest one? It is this Sputnik core. You got it. Give me one of those. And give me a Science Junior, right? That's good. And oh, we got a barometer too. Yeah, give me a barometer. That'll be nice. We'll get some real solid data here, just in case I haven't done that yet. I don't know if I have or not. Give me that. And then we just slap a poodle engine onto this thing, right? This is a perfectly sensible... Read the name more carefully. Wait, what? Read the name of what more carefully? What did I miss? Stay Putnik. That's true. The Probodobodyne Stay Putnik. Yeah, this is a fine ship. I don't actually need this to go anywhere. I don't care. This thing can just not take off for all I care. We'll go ahead and log the temperature. Sure. We'll go ahead and log the atmospheric pressure. Sure. We'll go ahead and conduct a material study. Sounds fantastic. Ta-da! We succeeded. Recover the vessel. Each building counts as its own biome. Interesting. Okay, well then we're gonna build a plane real quick. Yeah, drive around with a car. Yeah, I was like, it might be time to build me a little, do I have... Oh, I don't have any... Oh, crap. Okay, I need wheels. We need some variety of wheels. Oh, crap, I don't have enough science. Alright, fine. It's fine. I know how to get some more science. We'll just give me one of these. And... one of these. And... we're just going to do a minimal little mission just to get me a little bit more science. Slap this on. Slap this on. That should be fine. And then just give me a, like, decoupler. And, like, I don't even need a boost. I don't even need anything that big. Give me one of these. That'll be fine. Experiment container box thing. This guy here? This is for, like, storing data, right? The experiment storage unit, like this is for like storing your data results. Like this would go like in line somewhere, and then I can stash my data there. Yeah, that's good, especially when you're in orbit. That's super good when you're in orbit, because you can just go collect all of your experiment results, stash them there, and then like reset and reuse all of your experiments and store all of your data on there. Right? If I'm remembering how that works correctly, right? It pulls in all. Oh, does that mean I don't have to go out and manually collect the data? Does it just automatically, like, suck it in? without me having to, like, manually get out and move the data from the thing? Or do I still have to, like, manually get out and move the data over? Really? Okay, that actually is super useful then. Okay. Keep that in mind. I don't think I need it on this one right now. I just want to see if I can get a little bit of extra science. Got it. Let's just real quick get up in the air a bit and conduct a data study. Beautiful. And get me a pressure data. Beautiful. And you know what? We haven't actually done an EVA report like this before. EVA report. Beautiful. Get back in. All right. Ditch that. Activate parachute. We'll go back down. Once we land, we're gonna land in the water. I'm going to have Jebediah get out, recover the scientific data from here and store it in the command module, and then re-perform the experiments while we're in the water. Yeah, he's fine. He's got strong arms. He was starting to slip, like, a little bit, to be fair. But, yeah, he's fine. Excellent grip strength. Alright, so, Jeb, get out. Collect data. Render this module inoperable. Ah, okay, that's fine. That's fine. Can you collect data from this without rendering it inoperable? Wait. Yes, I can. Okay, so reboard, log the data from here, recover vessel. We're fine. 700 miles an hour. Yeah, he's super good. Everything's fine. That should be enough that I can now get some wheels. And now we just build a science buggy. Need to recover the pod? I got in, yeah. Yeah, I boarded. Because I wanted to make sure I stashed the data. I was getting out to, like, grab the data from the barometer and the science bay, and then stuff it in the command module so that I could reset those experiments and try them again. I didn't realize you couldn't reset the without a scientist, but that's fine. That'll work. Space plane hangar. We are going to build ourselves a car and go do some driving. I want a cockpit. I want a what do I want? I want a science modulator and a science bay junior, right? This is fine. And we want temperature and a pressure and a goo canister. Hold up, idea. I want these on the bottom because I think that might need to get manually reset. And then can we just stick some, like, okay, do these use electricity? Are these powered wheels? Let's get a landing gear in, like, the front, right? Here's the plan, right? We get one landing gear, like, right up in the front. Normal wheels. Okay, that's fine. I can still make this work. Wait a minute, why are these wheels, like, attaching at the dumbest possible angle? I don't want you to attach upside down, you dingus. I want you to attach right side up. There we go. Okay, what if you're like that? And then we're gonna give you... I don't know, how much fuel do you think I need? We'll just give it a bunch. Whatever. This will be fine. Engine... something nice and simple. What's got really good ISP at land? 250 at sea level, 265. Rotate them to level? KSP physics does not like that. Place one small tank with an intake and jet engine. I don't think I have a jet engine. Do I? Oh, I do have a jet engine. Oh, okay, wait. Then yeah, screw that. Do I have an intake? Where would an air intake live? If I were an air intake, where would I live? Structural? No. 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 I want to view an air intake. Does not like angle landing gear. How do I fix that? Landing gear suspension at an angle to the ground. Do I need to go like one higher up? I feel like that's too low, right? I think this will be fine. Rotate tool 3. Wait, how do I... I'm very confused about this. Because if I go like that, like... Then my ship isn't going to be angled right. Now, we're going to go like this. I think this will be fine. I'm gonna have faith that this will be fine, I think. This will be about right. Yeah, this will be fine right here. Nice and flat. And then where do I get an air intake? Circular intake. Crap. That goes in the front. Okay. Idea. Wait. I can fix this. I can fix this. Wait. How do I get out of this mode? Go back into here. Get rid of this. Single one. Right there. Where'd that air intake go? Small air intake. Oh god, this looks hilarious. Okay, wait. Fuel tank. Is there a smaller fuel tank? Yes, there we go. This is what I want right here. We stick this here. Then we stick this here. And then we stick... I had a jet engine. Where was it? Jet engine. Look at the Mark 0 tank. Is that the tank I just found? Yes. Okay, good. Got it. We're good. This is fine. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, it's a monster. How do I pick who's piloting this bastard? Crew. Jeb, you're out. Bob, you're in. I think we're fine. I think we're good. Chat's so weird. It's such a strange concept to me. Okay. Is there brakes? Maybe I don't have brakes. Who needs brakes? Brakes are for the weak. Grab that. Do a data. Grab this. Do a data. Grab this. Do a data. Give me a crew report. Keep the experiment. Give me a science. Keep the data. Give me an EVA. Keep the data. Get back on. Now we test this. And we tell it to collect all. And in theory, that thing is now holding all my data. Then I can, in theory... Is there a way to reset this thing? How do I brake? No, that's not it. No, that's not it. Brakes. If I were brakes, where would I live? Brake is B. Ah, there we go. We stopped. Brake icon next to the altimeter. Toggle brakes. Okay, brakes on. If I get out, can I? Okay. How do I reset this? You get out of here, right? And then Jeb, or wait, you're not Jeb. Who are you? I don't even know who you are. Bob. Bob, you go over here and restore this. Module is functional again. Yes, and then restore this. Yes, now we're getting places. So then you get back into the ship over here. This is fine. Okay, toggle brakes. Wait. I was like, get the jet engine going. We don't need a lot of thrust. Like, I don't need to go fast. A nice gentle. Yeah, this is fine. We'll take a nice smooth drive around the bay and gather some science. I don't have a lot of thrust, but this is also a very light ship. Like, we're already clipping. And I'm concerned that a slight bump in the road may mean my death. I don't trust the physics. So yeah, see, 13 meters a second. That's fine. We'll just roll on over here. And toggle brakes. And can I turn this off for now? Yeah, shut down engine. All right, and then redo all my experiments. Conduct data. Take data. Conduct. Grab. Conduct. Grab. Yes. Good. Report. Excellent. And hop out for an EVA. EVA report from here. And then let go. And while you're out here, you're going to go reset all the experiments. Actually, wait. Wait. How does this work? Get back in. Board. You. Collect all data. Reset my experiments and go to the next building. I believe the flagpole is also a biome. Okay, that's good to know. Alright, we're getting the hang of this. So we gather all my stuff. I can take my EVA report when I get out. So we'll do all the external stuff, then gather all the data. Then we'll EVA out to restore the modules and get my EVA report while I'm out here. Alright, good. Get back in. You're talking the flagpole that's like the one out there, or the monolith thing, or are you talking the flagpole that's like somewhere else? Because there's like that weird monolith thing over there. Or is like this flagpole here its own biome? Okay, hold up. Activate engine. Deactivate brakes. One in front of the astronaut complex. Okay, I'll check that. Like, we'll start our expedition over to here. Cut that and toggle brakes and shut down engine. Alright, reconduct all my experiments, conduct a study, keep it, conduct a study, keep it, conduct a study, keep it, observe goo, keep it, crew report, excellent, gather all the data, EVA, get your reports, drop off, reset these 2 experiment pods, restore, and restore. Alright. I should have put the stupid pod on the other side. I wouldn't have had to walk all the way around the ship. I wasn't thinking. Alright, reactivate engine and get going. I'll hit this building here. Is this a separate building? No, this is all one facility right here. This is my research and development facility. X. God damn it. Whatever, recover the vessel. We did collect most of our data, so that's fine. And I did get the, oh my god, is there fucking wreckage left out here? Get this. Recover this data, thank you. Alright. See, this is what I was talking about. That thing was going way too fast. It was just gonna explode. But that's fine, we got our data. The data module stayed intact. Oh yeah, flagpole would be a unique biome. True. Alright. So I've still got like this. I think we already got most of the data from here. So this, here, most of this, the flagpole and the admin building if I want to. I wouldn't be surprised if there's extra data from here, and also getting data from the field is something I haven't done. But we got my fuel systems. That's the big one. I could also really do with getting this. So let's get that first. Spaceplane hangar, we'll go get the rest of we'll get enough data to get that. And as long as we're here, we will move this over to over to here. That'll be perfect. All right. I see no ways this ship could be improved. It's perfect as is. I honestly don't know if I have action groups or not. Because I suppose I could start setting up like action groups to just run the experiments on a command, or gather the data on a command, make it a little bit less tedious. But that's fine. We'll be fine. Everything's good. Cut the engine. We're rolling. We've done this building and this building. We haven't done the research center, actually, wait, hold up. Slow down. We haven't done the admin building yet. So let's get over to there. This should count as admin, right? Okay, reset the camera, that's fine. Log data, log temperature, take crew report, log U, suck in all the data, EVA reports, reset this, and reset this, and then back on, board, activate engine, deactivate brakes, start heading over towards the flagpole. I guess just for safety's sake, collect all data to make sure we get that EVA data. Good. We'll get over to the flagpole and brake. And just a little bit closer just to make sure that we're technically within the flagpole biome. And brake. Alright, perfect. Then, I actually don't even know. Do I need to shut off this engine? I don't know if it makes any... Wait. Huh. I guess this doesn't count as its own biome. Okay. Oh, good to know. That's fine. It answers the question. We now know that there is nothing there. Okay. We'll just go get the data from the research facility. I said we will drift in for a nice little stop there. Log pressure data, overwrite atmospheric pressure scan. Yeah, that's perfect, because the one we had was useless anyway. Crew reports. Yes. Observe goo. Yes. Conduct material study. Collect all my data. EVA. Grab an EVA reports. Reset this and this. And get back in. There we go. Alright, brakes off. Carry on ahead over to the vehicle construction building. as long as we're here, make sure we're collecting all my data. This should count as on the vehicle construction buildings area now, right? Yes, it will. Okay. Grab all my data. Grab all my science. Grab all my goo. Always gotta grab your goo. Conduct the data. Also, how are we looking on time? We're about 57 minutes from the launch of the Artemis mission. The first launch of the SLS Phase 1, Block 1 configuration, which I'm very excited for. So I'm going to be stopping the stream before we get to that, because I want to go watch the launch, assuming everything goes well. They've got good weather and all that stuff. Always nice to see. So I'll probably be trying to stop it in about half an hour or so here to check that out, because that's kind of what got me interested in doing this today. Is I was like, you know what, SLS is a really cool rocket design. I've gotten to see one rocket launch when I was younger. I went down to Florida, and we got to see the Space Shuttle Atlantis launch, which was very, very cool. And it made me really, like, it was so impressive how powerful that engine was, and how, like, it was a nighttime launch, so you got to really see, like, how much light it put out, and the sound, and just, like, it's just such an amazing experience seeing. But it was like, man, the Space Shuttle is a relatively, like, puny rocket compared to, like, the Saturn V. And so it's like, man, I can't even imagine what that must have been like. And now we've got the SLS, which, like, when it gets to the Block 2 configuration, is actually more powerful than the Saturn V. The one they're launching today isn't, but the Block 2, which is, like, the final configuration, is going to have more, like, lift capability and more launch force than the Saturn V did. And that is absolutely mind-boggling. Like, alright, grab my EVA. So yeah, I'm very, very excited to watch that today. Restore this, restore that. I believe today is unmanned, if I'm not mistaken, because they're just doing like a test launch of the actual, like, rocket system itself, to ensure everything's working properly. Okay, I didn't actually want to review that. How do I... Yep, keep the experiment. Okay, I didn't actually want to review this. We'll just keep all of this. There we go. Yeah, I mean, it's... I'm gonna say, too, like, I do think that the, like, the program that they designed the SLS for, like, this, like, potential return mission to the moon, I think it's kind of goofy. I do think there are probably better things we could have spent our money on, and I love space. I think space exploration is super, super important, but I don't know that there's much of a reason to send people back to the moon. However, having, like, a super heavy lift rocket available again is nice. Like, when we discontinued the space shuttle program, we lost a lot of our, like, orbital lift capability, which is a bit of a bummer. So having something that's capable of, you know, some heavier lifting, again, is a nice thing. I just don't know that the particular mission parameter that it was being designed for is necessarily the most sensible option. I think it's just something that gets people excited at the end of the day, is that, like, you know, the moon missions were big and exciting. And so saying, hey, we're going back to the moon, gets people interested and probably keeps the funding coming in, which is important. It's a bit frustrating that that's what it takes to get things funded, but yeah, that's certainly important. Alright, and we did the crew report, right? I did all that? Yeah, we're fine. Collect all my data. and EVA, and drop off, and EVA report, and gather that. Reset both of you. Reset you. And get back in. And where do we want to go next? We could... I guess we'll test if... I don't know if the little, like, transfer ramp is its own... NASA funding is abysmal. That is true. I mean, I don't know. I understand that there's, like... We're definitely hitting the limits of, like... the science and the benefit that we're getting from the NASA research programs, without like substantially more funding. Like the next big step would be doing something like extra solar, which I don't even know if we have the capability to... Oh boy, that was almost a bad time. The Crawler Way. The Crawler Way is a unique biome. Excellent. Log pressure data. We're actually just going to park it here, I think. I was potentially going to head off the Kerbal grounds and go out into the field and get some data from there. However, seeing as I think I may have stuck myself on the Crawler Way, I don't necessarily want to lose all of that. So we're just going to collect all my data, and then EVA, take an EVA report, and then get back in and collect my ship. Look at military funding. Yeah. It is a bit of a joke. All right, crawlerway's gotten, runway's gotten. All this is, we've gotten everything we need now for the main bits. We could go try to get from the field, and I think if I'm not mistaken, like this grass is one biome and this grass is a different biome. But I think we've got enough now. Yeah, I can get my struts. Struts are important. These are all 90, right? Yeah. Flight control, feck it. Get me some flight control. This right here, this pipe is going to let me do some really, really fun rocket stuff. This is where you can start getting some rockets that can actually go places. So, if we get this command pod up, we're going to take a quick look here at just a real simple rocket design that I remember from back in the day that can actually, like... Yeah, that can actually get me somewhere. Attach you to you. Oh god, Lord, what the hell are... What's the difference between you? You're big. Got it. You're also big. Okay, got it. Fun fact, probably won't even use it that often. Right click on a fuel tank. Sure thing. Let me get a fuel tank installed. Right click on fuel tank. Got it. Auto strut disables. Okay, rigid attachment, liquid fuel, fuel flow priority. Okay, fuel delivery overlay. We got our oxidizer and all that stuff. Fuel flow priority. Okay, yeah, what does that mean? Because, like, one of the basic rocket designs that I remember using quite a bit back in the day, we're gonna go with, on this one, I want the Terrier, and then higher priority tanks will get consumed earlier. Out of curiosity, okay, I'm going to lay out a design here, and I want you to tell me if I need to use fuel priority or if it'll just automatically work the way it used to. We're going to see Real quick, you go there. Oh no, yeah, that's terrible. You go there. Oh wait, this won't work. Hold up, I did this wrong. Screw this. You need to go. We need to do in pairs. Right, I remember how this works now. Pairs, but symmetrical. So pairs, one there, and then okay. One about there, and then one about there. Go for asparagus staging. Both the lines and fuel are a way to do things. Said you wanted fuel lines, I already knew. Yeah. It's so handy, man. Like, it's just such a useful way to get some decent performance out of your rocket. Boom. Boom. That's about right. Alright. And attach you onto here. We're definitely going for the close enough method of attaching things, which is... There's probably smarter ways to do this, but... It'll be fine. We're not going to be using these engines for very long anyway. You go to there. I'm curious to see if I'm going to be overweight on the launch pad. Engines, give me ye old Reliant. I feel like we are, but we'll give it a shot. Okay. Everything onto stage 1. Except for... you? Wait. Okay, you're where you're supposed to be. Everything there. Which engines are detaching first? These two detach first. So I want the fuel from these to drain into this, right? Rocket is overweight. Oh god, yeah, it is, isn't it? Oh no, it's over part limit. It's not overweight, it's over part limit. That's fixable. No, it isn't. I'm $25,000 shy of it being fixable. Fuck it. I just want to show this off, so we're just gonna real quick take out a loan. That's not even enough. God damn it. What do we got for missions? Well, yeah, we can just do a simpler version of this. It's fine. We'll do a smaller version. I can still do this. I just need to redo some of the design. We just take a bunch of these parts here off, like that. That's fine. How many parts do I have? I got 7 more that I can do. Oh, that's actually not even enough. Screw it. We're just gonna show it off in a really stupid looking one, but this is still gonna do like surprisingly well. Because I do need to end the stream somewhat soon. I just kind of want to show off what the point of this is, why this is so important, and why it was the thing I was like pressing to get. Reliance, give me symmetry and symmetry and symmetry. I should have enough here to do this, yeah. I'm gonna be 1 part shy. Oh, god damn it. Alright. Screw it. Alright, we can go like this. Give me 4 of these instead of 6. That'll be fine. We'll do 2 there, and we'll do 2 there. So what you can do by setting this up like this, and then we can go get it a little bit lower. Good. And match the height of that as close as I can. That's fine. Give me some aerodynamic cones on this. I should have plenty of space to work with now. Slap engines onto you. Okay, so the first engines that fire, we're going to have all 4 of these outer ones firing at the same time. The tanks that are going to detach first are going to be these 2 tanks. So remember the strategy back in the day, stage scheme provides a lot of efficiency. More engines were added, drag was modified, as well as the spare stage often no longer being worth the effort of making it. Well, we'll give it a shot. We'll see. I want to see how this holds up, because I remember this was very, very useful back in the day. Okay. These guys... True. Cost is definitely a factor that we are definitely adding to here. But these tanks here are going to drain into these tanks. So the way this is going to work is the fuel is being fed from these tanks into here, and from then we're going to feed it from these tanks into here. SRBs are very cheap. True. Why did that not attach properly? Oh, is it because it was too far out? Probably because it's too far out. You into... you? There we go. That'll work. So it's going to drain from the outer rockets first, and then into the inner tank. First pair engineless, and they would drop so early. I suppose that's true. That would actually reduce weight a little bit. We'll do a comparison, actually. Let's do a quick comparison on that. I'm curious how that will work. So all of you onto the same stage. Engines are expensive. That's very true. I'm curious to see what the difference is. We're just gonna lock and load and just go full burn for height and just see how high this gets us. Because this should get us pretty damn high. End of the day. So go to a launch. We'll just set max apogee and see how high we can get with this, and then I will redo it with less engines and try it again. And we'll lock in RCS and SAS just to keep course on target. That should be fine. We'll just go max thrust. Burn everything. We're going to see our first set of liquid fuel tanks depleting, which is these outer tanks here. When they are gone, we go ahead and ditch them. And now we've got the next 2 tanks feeding. Everything's supposed to be glowing red like that, right? It's fine. And then once they are gone, ditch them. And activate that next rocket. I actually left central engine off intentionally because central engine is the Terrier. So I was like, we'll save the Terrier for as long as possible to allow for it to get to a higher altitude, less atmosphere before it kicks in. That was an intentional choice. Because burning it at low atmo, it's got really fucking terrible ISP. But you'd still want it to get the fuel in. Or I guess maybe it doesn't matter then, does it? That's true. That doesn't actually matter then, because we're not draining any fuel out of the central tank at the beginning. That's fair. I didn't even think of that. you think I'll reach escape? I don't know if I will. We'll give it a whack. Oh god, maybe we are. Good lord. Well, we're sending this Kerbal to the sun, is what I'm learning. Okay. So we have sent this guy, yeah, he's on an escape trajectory. And I guess, okay, here's what we'll use as our thing. It's going to be about 3 minutes and 40 some seconds to reach that. Let's reset flight to vehicle assembly, and I'm going to try it without these outer... Okay, we'll try two things. Step one, these pipes here weren't actually doing anything, so we can just delete those. And they hardly weigh anything, so that's not going to really affect things much. And then we'll try deleting these engines, and we'll see how this affects the the flight. So everything up, bam, bam, there we go. And I do need to manually watch this now, because they're not going to show up down here because there's no engine attached to them. So wait for these to run dry, and then ditch. That sounded like it went well. And get ready to ditch. All right. Well, like, we're just gonna do a little comparison here and see how this worked. I just want to see. Like, this will be an interesting experiment to see how dissimilar they are. Because to be fair, like, we're getting a lot less lift to weight ratio or thrust to weight ratio at the start, with only 2 engines running instead of 4 with the same amount of weight. But we do ditch those 2 engines really early on, so we actually are saving some weight by not having those extra engines there. I'm interested to see how this is gonna compare, because the engines are very heavy, so that is definitely saving me a lot of weight by not having them there. So if we see a similar result, that'll give us some interesting data, or if we see like a wildly different result. True. Because yeah, the value is also a big important factor as well. I'm still not entirely sure how I feel about that. Because I do kind of like that, like the original like version of this game back in the day was much more. Oh god. Oh, this is way. I think this is actually like way more fuel efficient, come to think of it, because we hit escape velocity like with some time to spare. Most commonly used in 6 or 8 booster. Interesting. How many do they cut on like a 6 or 8 booster? Is it just the first? They like no engines on the first stage that you're jettisoning? Interesting. Just leave the engines off on the first. That would make sense. So yeah, we've got our first extraplanetary Kerbal here. They will be. I think we can accelerate them along a little bit. They somewhat entered the moon's orbit for just a second there. Actually, that's amazing that I almost timed that out right. Like, if I would have launched, like, an hour or two later, I could have probably smashed into the moon there. That's insane. I say an hour or two. Like, a bit. We actually could have come very close to having a, like, less efficient as you add payload weight. That's true. That is true. We came very close to having a moon intercept there. Much closer than I would have expected. Oh yeah, I forgot about Minmus. Minmus is a goofy one. There's a second moon. I forgot about that. Okay, where does this take me? Alright, well, we have achieved solar orbit. A somewhat derpy solar orbit. You know what? Actually, we're not that far off from Eve rendezvous. If we'd like timed things out a little better, like we aren't terribly far off from what we would have needed to make an actual approach to Eve. That's insane. Because just by like adjusting our timing and our launch like inclinations slightly, we like adjusting your launch inclination and timing back here will make a huge difference to your periaps. Gilly Moon of Eve requires similar DV quantities to Minmus. Really? I'm trying to think where all I've actually landed in this game. I can see that though, because like getting to Minmus is like it's pretty far out there. So like by the time you're getting to Minmus, you're really getting close to like leaving Kerbal orbit. And once you've left Kerbal orbit, like if we had some fuel left here and I wanted to make like a course change here, burning for like a split second here would be able to dip that periaps in enough to make an Eve intercept. Yeah, you wouldn't need very much more at all to, if you were really careful with your plots and your inclinations and everything. You could definitely set intercept courses that would get you on par to where you needed to be there. And there's some plotting tools that you can use that I don't like. Like if we go there, you can see I've got this here. I don't think I have course maneuver nodes available yet. Do I have maneuver nodes available yet? Let's find out. If I go here, can I set a maneuver node? I can. I don't have any fuel, but I can set a maneuver node. So you can see this here. We've got a course, plotted out. If I wanted to burn, okay, where are we at? We're here. Just a tiny bit in. Yeah, line it up. Oh God. Line it up there. Just a tiny bit more in There we go. Target position closest approach. We want to get those numbers right about there. Then, yeah, bring this down. Maybe not. Maybe bring this. How are we looking? Bring this in around there, and then you can fiddle around though. You can adjust your plotted course a little bit. I think my timing might be off a little because it's not in the right yeah, closer with correct timings. Because right now, like we launched with like this isn't really an optimal position for Eve. If I'm not mistaken, you want it around like here for an intercept course proper, or here. I can't remember if it's like a third ahead or behind of you. For like a proper intercept, or sixth ahead of behind of you. Yeah, whatever. There's a lot of like when you're planning out your here, can we actually where's Kerbin? Where did Kerbin go? Kerbin, you're over here. Let's go take a look at Kerbin. Kerbin, set target. Focus view, thank you. There we go. We'll scroll in. If you're launching off of Kerbin, and you kind of look at like where you're launching from, and you're like, okay, I can set my once the usual way to get to the moon would be to put yourself into a really low Kerbin orbit, and then you want to aim, put the moon at about 90 degrees here, and attach a maneuver node like even with it, and aim to go that way, and you'll usually like just about intercept it here. There's like little like where you are in relation to things, timings that you can figure out, and putting yourself like into orbit around a body is a really good start, because you can put yourself into orbit and then go, okay, once me and my thing are in the right position, I can add a maneuver node there that will sling me around and intercept. So you can get yourself like, once you're in orbit here, you can be like, okay, I want to have Eve ahead or behind me. So you just float around in an orbit until you're at the right point, and then adjust your burn timing to get over there. We're not terribly far off where you'd want to be for this, but not perfect either. I believe my successful missions, I've been to Duna a couple times, it's like their Mars equivalent. Been to the moons, but Duna's moons are super easy to mess around with. And then, which one was it? One of the moons of Jewel. I landed on one of Jewel's moons. Was it Lath or Tylo? It might have been Lath. Lath is a really cool moon. It's a very, very neat looking one. Lots of water. But yeah, I had some screenshots up. Everybody goes to Lath. Yeah, it's cool. It's got water on it. That's neat. I have screenshots somewhere because my friend and I did a day where we did a race. Where we this is back before they'd added all the career mode options and stuff. So all you just had sandbox, and we just did a race to see who could smash into Jewel the fastest. This is back before we knew much about rocketry, or we didn't know anything about Delta V or anything like that. So it was like just go nuts. Oh yeah, water and oxygen and atmosphere. That means yeah, with oxygen you can do jet planes as well. You can actually pretty reliably build a space plane and take it to Jewel, and you don't have to add oxidizer, which is really cool. But yeah, Kerbal Space Program, fun little game. Lots of. I don't know how I feel about the like career mission thing, because it really forces you to like kind of go by their milestones in progression. That you're like, okay, I'm getting a mission, and I have to figure out how to build a ship that meets this mission parameter so that I can get the funding, so that I can go to somewhere else, so that I can do this. I kind of miss the back in the day when it was like you had unlimited money and all the parts unlocked, and your missions were just like, what do you want to do? Like, I want to go to... No, not dress. Fuck that. Can I not set the sun as a thing? Okay, sure. whatever. Don't need an alarm. Screw that. When you could kind of just set your own objectives, it's still there. That's true. I think that's something I would prefer. I kind of wish there was. I wish science was rebalanced a little bit, because I do feel like some of the science gains get a little ridiculous trying to achieve, because you have to get so biome specific with it. So getting some of the later parts can really be like, oh god, what biomes have I done barometric pressure readings in? Which can get a little wonky. But yeah, having the progression unlock system on the parts is nice. I just do think the managing the funding and stuff can get a little ridiculous. But yeah, overall, really fun time. There's a lot more to learn. This game has I don't want to say it has a steep learning curve, because it really doesn't. You can just kind of jump in and mess around with stuff, and you'll make progress really easily. Especially if you're in sandbox mode, you can just go nuts. Just start throwing crap on other crap and launching it and see what happens. And that's really fun. It makes it very enjoyable to just kind of as someone that doesn't know what the hell anything about rocket science or astrophysics at all, you can just jump right in and slap some parts together and see what works and what doesn't. Blow some Kerbals up and smash into some planets, and it's a good time. And as you go, you can actually start using actual real world science, certain cheeses and gives parts of purpose. I agree. I think there's definitely a place for career mode. I don't know. I feel like there's some rebalancing that could be done that would help it a lot, because career mode as it stands right now is very restrictive when it comes to your progression speed, I guess. It makes the game very long. You're not doing a jewel mission for quite a while when you start out, which is frustrating. You're doing a lot of piddly nonsense before you do that jewel mission, which I guess is more realistic to how the actual space program works. But SRBs, why would you use them? Low efficiency, you can't be throttled. Similar power to liquid fuel. Career so cheap use modes. I mean, to be fair, I've always made reasonable use of SRBs, just because for me it's partly just it's tradition. That's how real rockets work. And in my brain, and I know that in real life the reason they use them is just cost value compared to liquid fuel, but it feels more like a rocket. And I can be lazy. You can slap some SRBs on. Very hard max tech tree in about 10 hours of play. Good lord, that's extremely impressive, to be honest. I guess, to be fair, if you're using a plane and flying, you can help with science quite a bit if you build a reasonable plane that can actually fly, not like the little car that I was driving around, but build an actual flying plane that can land and fly. And if you go around and fly to each of the different biomes and get all the science you can get on the ground and all the science you can get in the air and all the science you can get in each biome and collect it all and transmit it back, and don't really transmit it. Transmitting it's not really great because you take a percentage penalty for transmitting it, whereas you get the full science if you recover it. So recovering it's usually better. But yeah, you can do a lot more faster science game for doing that, but I find that very tedious and I don't enjoy that. I'd much rather be able to focus on okay, mission 1 I want to get into orbit, or I want to do. When they first added career, I liked their progression because it was a lot of just mission 1 get to 40,000 feet, mission 2 get to 60,000 feet, mission 3 get into orbit, mission 4 make a full circular orbit, next mission make a transfer orbit from Kerbal to the moon, and then get into the orbit around the moon, and then land on the moon. And it was very step-by-step progression, moving you along, which I really liked. Whereas once they've expanded it a bit, and now it focuses a lot more on okay, what missions do I have available, and what's the optimal way to cheese these sort of the science missions and whatever, and you're not really focusing on that same kind of progression. It's more of just okay, I need to deploy a parachute at this altitude at this speed. What's the most efficient way to get myself to that altitude at that speed? And I don't know. I personally don't find that as enjoyable. I think the older system worked a little better for what I enjoy out of this game, but that's fine because there's still ways to do that. You could absolutely just play on just science mode or just sandbox mode and do whatever you want. It's not hasn't been removed from the game entirely. It's just I think some tweaking would be fine. Although, that said, there's also workshop support in this game, and I'm sure that someone has made a workshop mod that adjusts things to be exactly what I or anyone else would want, because this game is very customizable and moddable, which is also very nice. But yeah, wanted to show this off a little bit, and actually, we are about 15 minutes away from the launch of the Artemis space program, or space rocket, which I am very excited for. So I am going to call this stream a part for now. I will likely be back later today to stream some Witcher, because I've been playing The Witcher in my free time. So I will likely be doing a stream of The Witcher 1 about probably 8-9 hours from now. And tomorrow, so like 24, 32-ish hours from now, whatever, I will be doing actually probably a little longer than 32. I guess it depends on when the servers come back up. Wrath of the Lich King pre-patch drops for Warcraft Classic, and I am getting a chance to finally start my Death Knight, and I am super excited for that. So I will be doing that when that becomes available, which is mostly going to depend on when my servers come back online. So I'll post updates on Twitter if you're new. Twitter link down below is where I post most of my stream schedule and stuff like that. There's also a YouTube link for where I post archives of all the videos that I've done. Thank you all for joining, and I will see you in like 7 or 8 hours. And if you're bored and looking for something interesting to watch related to space, the Artemis space launch should be taking place shortly. So thank you all for joining, and I will see you all around.
I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store on the
Sabrina.
Citadel.
Good lord. Thank you for catching me there at the end. I appreciate that very much. Thank you so much, Sabrina. Morning and good night. Yes. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate it. And yeah, I'll be on again later today doing The Witcher. So if you happen to be free later today, I will be on doing The Witcher. And I will probably be on tomorrow doing Warcraft. So catch you around. Good seeing you.